Praise be to Jesus. Hi again, everyone. Charles here with you on a Friday afternoon. Here are your latest updates on Catholic news around the world. Nearly 300 people will be compensated by the Roman Catholic Diocese on New York's Long Island for sexual abuse at the hands of priests. Newsday reports that the Diocese of Rockville Center has received 293 claims since it established a special compensation program last fall. The diocese is not identifying the accused priests. Now, I have a note here. Now, remember now what's going on. This before the New York grand jury gets to them. More than likely, those receiving money have signed or will sign a legal agreement saying they cannot talk to anyone about the particulars, something which has been done for many years in dioceses. In other words, it's hush money, is what it is. Traditional devotions that have all but vanished from the majority of Catholic parishes will be revived in one prominent American diocese on account of the abuse crisis. Bishop David Zubik of Pittsburgh has announced a, quote, year of repentance, unquote, in his diocese that will begin on Sunday, September 23rd, 2018. Zubik has asked all clergy to fast and pray for the purification of the church, quote, in light of the scandal of sex abuse, unquote. In service of this fasting and prayer, the bishop has instructed the priests to observe the 12 ember days of the coming year by abstaining from meat and praying before the Blessed Sacrament for an hour on those days. A district attorney in Pennsylvania cleared Bishop Kevin Rose of Fort Wayne South Bend of any wrongdoing Thursday, and both the district attorney and the Fort Wayne diocese lamented that unnecessary harm was done to the bishop by speculation going public. Rhode Island's Roman Catholic bishop says he held a day of prayer and penance to ask God's forgiveness for the sins of sexual abuse committed against children worldwide. Diocese of Providence Bishop Thomas Tobin presided over a special Mass on Friday in Providence. Rhode Island is heavily Catholic. During the homily, Tobin asked for forgiveness and for healing of all who have been wounded. Tobin says he's fasting in penance for his faults and failures. Tobin has said that he was aware of incidents of sexual abuse reported to church officials while working in Pennsylvania, but that it wasn't his job to deal with them. Well, that's unfortunate that he just saw it as not his job. Well, anyway, don't get this Tobin mixed up with the other Tobin from Newark, which is Pope Francis's, or one of Pope Francis's right-hand cardinals. This is just a bishop in Providence, Rhode Island. Here we're talking about here. Ex-Cardinal McCarrick's homosexual abuse of young priests and seminarians and Pope Francis's alleged cover-up are, quote, of a private order, unquote, and a merely, quote, administrative affair, unquote. According to one of the Pope's top advisors, Cardinal Andreas Rodriguez Maradiaga. He made these remarks in a recent interview in one of the most revealing statements to date on the Vigano testimony. In an interview published on Wednesday evening by Religion Digital, Maradiaga once again strongly criticized Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano for having gone public about McCarrick's sexual predation and the protection the cardinal received from the highest spheres in the Vatican, especially since Pope Francis was elected to the See of Peter and trusted the American prelate to help him choose new cardinals for the church in the USA. Well, this particular cardinal is, what can we say about him? He really needs a lot of prayers. Well, anyway, those are the only updates there are for today. You know, usually Friday things start getting a little slower. Most Fridays, you know, and then the weekend's pretty quiet. But you know, we never know. Um, I was just listening to a video, a panel discussion on Church Militant about what I said was an atomic bomb yesterday, and they're um, talking about that and digging into it a little further. It seems like they fully expect that the source, which is a newspaper or a journal that's highly regarded, who has looked at the dossier, um, the panel is expecting them to give more specific information or perhaps even to reveal um, parts of the document, like the parts of this 300-page document, or I guess they're not really sure exactly at this time, but there's going to be more to this. So, and this is, you know, really very significant because it's like, how can the left hand not know what the right hand's doing? You know, it's that close to Pope Francis, so we can expect something really explosive to come out of this. It seems right now, you know. Now you know how news is, you know. What seems to be a big deal one day, um, can sort of get passed over or whatever for a lot of reasons. There's an awful lot, obviously, going on behind the scenes, and we don't really know very much right now. Of course, that's the way it is with all news stories. You know, there's always a story behind the story, and that's why I encourage you to always, I mean, I know that people are busy and you don't always have time to read. Go to the links in the description box and read the whole article. And I do try my best to give you a balanced view of what the article says. I mean, that's really all I can do because, I mean, I'm busy putting these things together and I can't read the whole. I mean, I can't read every article in its entirety to you, nor do I think you really want me to do that. I mean, all these videos would be an hour long. They would take hours to put together and to construct in a program and upload, and I mean, it's just not really possible. So that's why I do things the way that I'm doing them now, and I think this works well. Um, and like I said, you could always go deeper into what the article says by using the links in the description box. Okay, well, that's all I have to say for now, and enjoy your morning, afternoon, evening, or if you're sleeping, you're not listening to this, obviously. But we'll talk to you next time. Bye.